Hi everyone, I'm Diana from Tune Inner Harmony, and this is your Touched by an Angel daily reading. Thank you for joining me today, and you are welcome in my sacred space. I appreciate you. I'm actually just going to pull some cards. I'm just going to get a feel of the energy today and pull past, present, and future and get some clarifiers, okay? So, and I will use, as for the past, present, and future, I will use my big card deck and we will clarify with the other angel decks, okay? So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope there's a message here for you. If you have been called here, you've noticed this pop up on your feed, then it's for you, okay? It's finding you. And that's how it works. That's how the universe works. You know, when you are ready to receive a message, then that will find you. You don't have to look for it. Just put it out into the ether and it will find a way to reach you. Okay? So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and comment. And for those who have subscribed, thank you so much. And I love your comments. It makes this whole thing worthwhile. All right? So with that, let's just do a quick reading today and see what the cards got for us today. So with that, let's begin. I call in the angels, spirit guides, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, holy I am presence. I call you in to be present with this reading, to work through me and in me, to deliver the clarity of the messages and all of the love that it was intended. Thank you. And so it is. All right, let's see what our past, present, and future energy is. Okay. And we will do one at a time. Let's see what the past energy is. Okay. So we got two here for the past energy. Okay. So we have, so you've been working hard to master something in your life. Okay, that may be healing, right? Healing wounds, taking care of yourself, learning how to love yourself again, learning to balance and have patience, okay? And you have mastered this, okay? Because you've been dedicated, you have been very determined to succeed, right? To move through these energies and release what you need to release and take with you whatever you need for the tools for your future endeavors, because this shows a patient, okay, an angel, like an earth angel, so patient, knowing and believing that something better is coming, okay? So you've been diligently working hard at it, no matter what the obstacles are, and you've mastered it. You see, he's a craftsman. He is taking his time. He's totally focused. He's not even noticing anything behind him. He's being very present in what he's doing, and he's allowing that energy to flow through him while he masters his craft. Now that craft may be your self-healing, your self-love, your self-development, right? It may be the clarity you need to move forward in whatever creative endeavors you want in your life. But you may have started up something, a business or something, or a project, or a new relationship, and you've been really working hard on it, right? You've been mastering it. It's been a healing process, a healing journey based on what you had to let go of and what you had to allow to come into your awareness and, you know, fill that shadow with light. And doing that process alone is a journey all on its own. Okay? So you've allowed the suppressed emotions, thoughts, and your shadow to, you know, become visible, so that you, into your awareness where you can accept it, right? And process it. And allow the light to shine on it. And that you've mastered that. So that is your past energy. Okay, so that is your past energy. It shows the dedication and the work that you've put in. So now we're going to see what your current energy is. I only got limited space, Spirit, so only give me one card. Thank you. Kidding. I take whatever comes. Unless it's a handful. But you have obviously been putting in the work. Alright, you've mastered it. You've really mastered it to a point where you're balanced and you're getting more clarity. The path is opening up, right? So here it is. And this is your current energy. Your current energy is the Fool energy. You've released a lot of your old baggage, your old wounds, your old worries and fears. You see how the Fool is packed really lightly? He's got very little to take with him. He's detached from any worldly things that no longer serve him. He's taken the very few things that he's going to need along the way to master whatever it is that he wants to achieve in his next journey. He doesn't even know what his next journey is, but he knows what he's come through has allowed that door to open for him to see new opportunities, to know. It's a feeling, it's a knowing way down deep that there's something better out there. There's something that you have to do in this world. There's something that you want to experience. And you've got this newness now because you've released that fear. You've done the inner work and the healing and balanced your chakras. You've balanced your mind, body, and soul. And now you've got a new outlook on life. You're not so afraid of the unknown. You know you don't have all of the answers. Okay? But you're okay with that. Because you're trusting a deeper wisdom inside yourself to guide that path for you. Okay? You see the dog here, the white dog, it represents divinity. And it is showing you, okay, there's danger ahead. You know, be careful, you're coming to the edge. And you're just walking around saying, you know what, it's okay. I don't know what's after that edge. You know, what's out over that cliff. But I know I'm going to be okay. I know whatever that uncertainty is for my highest good. For my greatest happiness and my greatest fulfillment. Because you know why? I'm not taking all that negative energy with me anymore. I've released all of that. So I've got a new outlook on life. I am willing to look at it from a playful, adventurous, full of vitality and excitement about my next journey. So full of hope, so full of life, right? It takes him back, the Fool goes back to before conditioning, right? Before society got to us and told us what we could or couldn't do, or influencers in our life and authority figures that told us we couldn't say this or do that or go here, go there. You know, we began to not trust our own judgment. We began to stay quiet and not speak our truth. We began to believe things that even didn't resonate with us just because it was expected of us. You've let all of that go. Okay, and now you are taking back your power. Okay, that's an airplane, sorry. And you're excited, you're following the sun. You're following your bliss, you're following your happiness. You know whatever happens, it's right for you, it's perfect for you. Alright, so let's see what your future outcome is. What is the future outcome? Spirit, please. Beautiful souls out there today. Who's looking for guidance. You see what I put up? The 10 of Pentacles. Alright. Wow! No. Okay. Spirit, one card, please. One card, please, Spirit. Okay. Magic come. Okay, I saw him when I was dealing. It's the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this is coming in really fast for you. Okay, there's communication coming in fast. There's something that's going to make you this offer that you're going to take. You are going to take it, but you're going to be very hesitant first because you're going to not be familiar with the opportunity. It's going to be something that takes you out of your comfort zone. It's going to be something that you probably haven't done before, but there's something inside of you now that has opened those doorways to great confidence, an assurance that you didn't have before, an assertiveness to go after it, a determination, a belief that you can do anything, that you are limitless. And this opportunity is coming fast, and it's an opportunity from the divine, okay? This is what the Knight of Swords represents, because it's the white horse represents purity. It's a pure message. You can trust the message because it's from a higher source for you, okay? The horse racing represents it's coming in fast. It's now, all right? It's happening for you in this moment because you're in this full energy. You're receptive to receiving it, okay? And it's communication. It could be an offer. It could be a love offer. It could be some kind of communication that you didn't even expect, right? But it's going to make you think in a whole different light. It's going to excite you, take you on a new journey, a totally new journey than you're on right now. So it may require you to make, challenging decisions, and even on a whim, right? But you're going to make them because you know it's right for you. You know that you've been manifesting this change because you know better is out there for you. You've prepared for this. And it's here. It's here. So when you do get this opportunity and you say, well, I don't know anything about that, you're going to also say in the same breath, I learn. I can learn anything. I can do anything. I can be anything. I created this new me, right? I took off that jacket of that old person that I was, those old beliefs, and now I've got my new jacket on. And you know what? I'm walking with confidence. And I'm believing in myself, in my Creator, and in all the work that I've done. Okay? This is where you're going. And expect that communication. So we're going to get some angel cards now. Okay, put my phone down there. Now I've sorted them out a little better today. Alright, so we will start with we'll start with the angel cards, see what message the angels want for you to clarify this, to give you more guidance into how this is coming in. Alright, what this opportunity is. Oh, it's innocence. Okay? It's like the Fool. Alright, beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings, your heaviness, so we can lighten your load. Give us guilt, anger, blame, or shame, so that we can shroud loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. Innocence. So this is like the Fool energy. Okay? This is what it's saying, that if there's anything that comes up when you get this opportunity, give it to the angels, because you're in this Fool energy. And you've already released these feelings. So for that moment when that opportunity comes in, because it's going to be sudden and quick, then call in your angels, okay? and loosen that load so that you can think clearly. All right, so you release and surrender. You see? So release it and surrender it. Any feelings that come up that make you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. Oh wow. When do you need to know? Right away. If any of this comes up, stop for a moment, breathe, and call in your angels, call in your team, and ask them to help you, you know, settle all of these emotions that may be coming up, or those feelings of doubt. Release them, surrender it, sit with it for a moment, and you'll have all the clarity you could ever want. You still might not know what to expect, but you will be moving forward with more confidence. Okay? So let's see what other messages the angels have for you. What other messages do you have for beautiful souls, angels? What message do you have for guidance that will help them through this transition, and this new opportunity? What advice? Okay, so it says cut the cords. Okay, so if there's anything that's hanging on from the past, anything at all that comes up from this communication, this opportunity, call in Archangel Michael and ask him to help you cut the cords. And when those cords are cut, that energy will be ended between you and that contract, that soul contract that you might be currently still in. Okay? There may be some energy still, you know, floating around that brings up some past thoughts, or you may reminisce a little bit, right? And that may be fear, even. Fear of failure, fear of it not working out, you know, all of these different things that may come up. Cut the cords, because that's like that's just remnants of what you've already released, okay? And that's going to show up. Cut the cords, and the angels will help you with that. Take a moment, call them in, say, I'm feeling fear, or I'm feeling doubt, and I'm not sure what to do. And whatever comes up in your mind, tell them what it is and ask it to be released, okay? And cut the cords, because when it's released and the cords are cut, then the contract is ended. You won't feel that fear anymore. So you've got Troth, divine magic, okay? The teacher awakens, the student becomes the master. What a perfect card for this. Because you've been mastering this, right, in your past. You became, you know, you got rid of all of that. You took what you needed in your little backpack, right, this full energy. So you're taking your mastery with you, right? This is divine magic. This is divinely orchestrated just for you. The teacher awakens. The student becomes the master. Wow. How perfect is that? Yes, you are a master. You have mastered your emotions. You have mastered all of those beliefs. And now you are on your way to your new cycle, your new journey. Look at that. Perfect timing. Just split the cards. Perfect timing. It absolutely is. Whoa. Okay, so we've got see the humor. Number 33, that's the master teacher number. Master of the trade. Wow, this is so in sync. It says levity, perspective, wisdom, and playful. So see the humor along the way. See the humor, take life on a lighter, like the Fool. Don't take it so seriously. Alright, see the playfulness in it. See the humor in it. How magical it is, right? The mysteries of the universe. And when you're really tuned in, you're going with the flow. You don't know what's around the corner, but you know it's going to be wonderful. It's a new adventure. It's exciting. It gives us life, it gives us purpose, it gives us, bliss, and no matter what comes, it still experiences. It's either a blessing or a lesson, but it's, it brings us so much joy and excitement, right? It wakes up that life force within us. So take life less serious and go with the flow, okay? And there's a spiritual adventure. This came out yesterday. Travel, education, experience, and inspiration. Okay, so something is coming in for you that's going to require you to learn something new. Okay? In the way of education, in the way of whatever it is. It's a master, it's something to do with mentoring, teaching. It's in the service field, but it's something you have to do, and it's going to allow you to be very creative, to touch a lot of lives, a lot of people. Okay? And maybe it's telling your story from your own journey. Right? But this is a spiritual adventure that you're going on, and this is number 39. So that's 12, that's number 3 as well. 333, again. You are, whoever's watching this, you're a master teacher. You're coming into some divine wisdom here. And if you're afraid that you're not going to know what to say or what to do when you're put in a situation where you talk to others or you're a speaker, you don't have to do anything. All you've got to do is calm your mind and allow it to come through, because the moment you do, you breathe that in, the divine connects to you. It's like a channel that you've tuned in, and all of a sudden the radio station cuts in. You're talking, you're saying, your wisdom and your intellect is just bursting, right? And you're connecting with every soul there on a soul level. And you're wondering, wow, this can't be coming from me. Well, it is, but it's coming from your higher self, a greater wisdom, because down here where it's so dense, we only use about 10% of us, of our mind, of our capacity. The other 90% is in the higher realm. Okay? And when you tune in, that 90%, comes down through the ether into your vibration. Okay? And it therefore guides you with how to express yourself, the words to speak, the right time to speak them. Okay? So if you're worried about not knowing how, the key is to just calm your mind and call in your help, your angels, divinity, Jesus, whoever it is that you call on, your ascended masters, archangels, to express yourself and communicate and connect with on a soul level. So that's what that is, okay? And that's an opportunity that's coming in for you. So I've got Archangel Michael. What message do you have? What advice? Okay. And here we are. Oh, no, it's not time yet. This is not the divine right time to take action, so please be patient. The opportune moment is approaching now, okay? So don't do anything right now is what they're telling you. Just relax. Take some time for you and allow yourself to be in this full energy, okay? You've worked hard to get here. And allow yourself to be in the moment and enjoy life as it is this moment, because that's what allows it in. And you see the hourglass is over half full here. There's only a little ways to go. And that's when you're going to get that breakthrough moment. That's when you're going to get that opportunity that's going to absolutely change your entire life as you know it. Because you know why? You're not the same anymore. You've claimed a new identity, who you want to be. You've been given the opportunity to choose down here in this low density earth plane to decide who you want to be, right? Not allow the pressures of society or your influences in life mold you for who they wanted you to be. You have been given this opportunity to let that go and choose for yourself. I want to be a teacher. I want to go live here. I want this soulmate, and this is what I want him to have or her to have. It's allowing, I want to be rich, right? It's allowing you to let go of what you were, and it's allowing you this fresh, new start to define exactly what it is you want. And this opportunity that's coming in is giving you the opportunity to step into that role that you've been dreaming about. Dream. Okay, you've been dreaming to fly high in that new role that you chose intentionally, consciously for you. And it's coming. Okay, it's coming. And it's coming in fast. So don't try to push it, is what they're saying with this card. Don't try to rush it. Don't try to do anything right now. Just be in the present moment. Okay, so this is the Archangel's card, and they've got 16. Oh my goodness, change your life. Wow, Archangel Shamuel. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunity that change brings. So this is like the Tower. Okay? This is like the Tower. And it's going to come in suddenly. And it's going to come in unexpectedly. Like in a way that you couldn't even imagine. So I've got to put this down for a second. And I had a revelation earlier before I did this reading. And I thought about the Tower card because that's what came in my reading this morning. And it hit me. For the first time I put 2 and 2 together. And I asked Spirit, I said, Spirit, when I do this reading today, if the Tower card comes up, I will know that somebody out there needs to hear the story that I'm about to tell you, okay? And the Tower card just showed up. So I've got to take a moment, and I may get emotional, and I may have to edit this, but somebody out there needs to hear this, okay? The Tower card is a sudden revelation. It puts everything together in a perspective that there's no way we could even know, living in this conscious, in this ego-based world we live in, right? But when you get the Tower moment, it's a revelation. Everything comes together, and you see it in a way like, oh my gosh, it's a shock, right? So to me, what does the Tower mean? Okay, I have to go back, in order to explain this, I have to go back a little bit in my life, okay? So about 18 years ago, I met somebody, married. We were in a relationship, okay? The relationship was really nice at the beginning, or I thought. And then the relationship grew in a different way. It was the biggest learning experience of my life, was that relationship. The biggest growth and the greatest catalyst for my change. And I didn't see it then. But it was a lot of rejection, okay? I'm a Cancer myself, so I base a lot of my relationships on my emotions, okay? I feel a lot of things. I'm an empath. And, I read energy too. So the person that I was with, and I don't blame anyone for what happened, right? It's the best thing that could have ever happened to me. I just didn't know it at the time. But that person could only love at the capacity he was able to love, right? Based on his trauma, based on how he learned to love, and his unconsciousness, right? And the more rejection that I was getting, because I'm one to express my emotions. I'm one to communicate, and very expressive when it comes to love, as you can tell. But he wasn't. He pulled back, and it was like a brick wall that went up, and it was like that for years. And the more he rejected me, which was walking away and saying, awful things and whatnot, and just not allowing me to speak or speak my truth, right? So it was a very frustrating time in my life. And so what I did, I built up walls too. I began to mold myself into this kind of person that could live like that with someone that cold, right? So I allowed that that was the only way that I knew how to survive in that relationship. So that was my survival tool. And the more that it happened, the more I tried to please, the more I tried to be better, the more I tried to give more, right? Give up more of myself to go along with what they wanted or he wanted, right? And I was losing myself. I didn't know that, but I was losing myself. And it was years that passed. Finally, a few years ago, I said, oh, okay, I can't do this anymore. I still didn't learn my lesson, but I knew that deep down I needed better. I deserved better. I was starting to learn that. I was understanding that the reason this was happening over and over and over was because I was trying to get him to give me a feeling of worth for myself. I was basing who I was, or whether I was lovable or not, based on what he was giving me, or what he was telling me, or what he was showing me. And the thing is, I realized a long time after that nobody can do that except me. And I realized that it was really it was a catalyst for me to look deeper within myself to find out why I would allow someone to treat me that way. What I was looking for from him to give me was really what I wanted to give myself, was my acceptance of who I was, the forgiveness of, all of the things that the critiquing that I had done for myself, the love I didn't feel for me. That was missing, and I was trying to find it outside. I was trying to find it in every breadcrumb that he was giving me. So it was a long, hurtful journey, but it was the best thing that could have ever happened, because I'm very stubborn, and I'm a person that don't give up easily, right? I'm a nurturer, and I feel like I'm giving up. And that's not an easy task for me. It's in our Cancer, in our zodiac Cancer. And anyway, I'll get back to it now. The revelation and the Tower, okay? So I worked through all of this. I did my self-healing a few years back. I chose me. I chose me, and I ended that relationship, but we were still together a little bit off and on, but I was slowly easing my way as I was healing. I was realizing that the love I needed was the love and acceptance that I needed for myself. I needed to heal those wounds from the past. I needed to learn to accept myself. And this journey was a long one and a hurtful one. But I got there. Okay? Now getting back to the Tower card again. I'm kind of losing my focus here. But the Tower card, I recently met someone that was fairly spiritual, just as a friend, okay? A friend of mine. But he wanted to cook dinner for me. It was great, so okay, so I thought, okay, are you ready? You gotta get out there and to the unknown and take that chance, that risk, right? The fool risk. You've cleared out your past. You've done the work. Now you've got an opportunity here. This is different. This is outside of your comfort zone. It's a different kind of person. But I said, you know what? I am. So I did. I followed through. I traveled, and I stayed overnight, not with him, but at a hotel, and I went for dinner. The story is coming. And I realized there was this, as I was sitting down and he had cooked me a beautiful meal, and I was feeling so lighthearted and so free. And it was starting to come over me. Like we were laughing and talking and like friends more than anything. I don't know if it'll ever lead to anything, but it was it was nice. It was just nice without expectations, right? And all of a sudden a song came on. The music was up. It wasn't, it wasn't rock and roll and whatever. It was nice music, old classics that I hadn't heard for a long time. And one from Bruno Mars came on. It was called If I Knew. And as soon as that came on, I got up and I went in and I started to dance. It hit me that through that relationship, I had given up parts of who I was, that free spirit, that spice for life, the one that everybody talked about. And they say, my gosh, you've got such a spice for life. How do you stay so bubbly with all this going on? And I said, I just love life. I'm just happy, just being here, just doing the things that I love. That I didn't allow that to come out. I shut it out. In order to live in that relationship where it was so cold, I shut down that part of me. I locked it in. And it hit me. When I was dancing so freely, I felt so free. So free, and and that moment it hit me. This is a tower moment. This is a revelation. This is me. I've found that person again. I found that person after this long journey has taken me over and over, going through that same cycle over and over, that rejection over and over and over, to finally make the decision to choose me. To choose to find the value within myself and not look for it outside. To choose to accept me and love myself the way I was and know that I deserve to be happy. And when I chose that, the opportunities started opening up. And I took that opportunity, I took that risk. And that epiphany, that revelation just came over me. And I danced, and I danced, and I danced, and I didn't have to drink, and I didn't have to do anything to feel that bliss, that happiness, that joy. I was in my true, authentic self. I could share my spiritual thoughts. I could share my beliefs. I could speak truthfully, openly, honestly. I didn't have to hide who I was. I was so proud. I was like a bird, a wild bird that was finally let out of the cage. Like the 8 of Swords. This illusion that you live in, trying to adjust to it. And I knew something had happened at that point. And since that moment, I've been so happy and so full of life. That song is just, if you do, now it may not do the same thing for you, but somehow it triggered something in me, that tower. It triggered the revelation of what all of this is about, that I had lost myself in that relationship. Bits and pieces of me over the years. Until I was to the point where I was just existing. I was focusing on my career and doing everything else, but I wasn't doing anything that really filled my heart with joy. Being that free-spirited person, that energy was just glowing wherever I went. That had died in me. It didn't die, but it was, for me, I had it locked in there to try to make it fit in something else. So I just want you to know, if you do get a tower moment, that may come in a song, it may come in some kind of revelation, and all of a sudden it'll hit you over the last few years of your life or the last situation, and it all comes together. And then you realize, you see clear, right? You see things in a very clear way. So somebody there needed to hear that story today, and I send you so much love, okay, and blessings, and I want to tell you that everything is perfectly fine. Everything is perfect. It's just coming to help you let go for once, and to get this clarity of what it was all about. And you finally see. You'll see so clear. So welcome it. Don't be afraid of it. Know that it's doing what you've manifested, right? It's the divine coming in to help you bring forth your manifestation, to give you the revelation you need to move forward in your life, okay? And forward is beautiful, right? Because my head's been spinning for the last few days. And it's, you know, I know that I'll have my moments again, but I know who I am now. I took back who I know I was on the inside. I know who I was, that full energy, that spice for life. It didn't depend on the external environment. It was the feeling that I had on the inside, and I glowed, and everyone around me felt it, and I locked it up to fit in a relationship that was cold. So unlock it, okay? And let yourself fly. Alright, I'm going to end the reading now. It's been very long, and send you so much love and blessings.